Good morning. It is Monday morning, and I hardly slept last night at all. Well, I have an esthetician's appointment today, and yesterday was kind of a challenging day. I do have a ride to the esthetician, but I don't know if you guys prayed that my husband would want to get up and walk again, but he wants to drive the car again. Now, I really was not exactly what I was praying for. I was kind of hopeful that he just actually wanted to, get up and walk. That behind the wheel thing, I have high blood pressure, right? A little bit of anxiety. Probably not my favorite thing. Well, he's leaps and bounds ahead of me, but still, I would prefer that walking was the first step. But anyway, is everybody having a joyous Monday morning? Yesterday was really bad, and well, it was to me. Any day where there's conflict with people, especially people that I have hoped would be long-standing friends or friends, whenever I have to warn my husband about something that really isn't good news. But his belief is sort of similar to mine about the people on the internet. I know things are not all that they pretend to be, and I would be guilty of playing a prank if somebody asked me to, or acting out a certain scenario. But it gets a little deeper than that. There was one person who, his idea of fun and games was pretending that somebody was being kidnapped. I told him I did not know of in any world how that would end well. Okay, I'm giving you that part too, because that's actually the most serious part. And I know he's probably watching this. But I have a website, the Off the Grid website. He started exposing some vulnerabilities of the website. He looked it up on Who's Who, and he said, well, it may not be in your name. Well, I called the company, and they said, well, that was kind of intentional, because we don't want you getting bombarded at home. And then the guy proceeded to tell me that he could see on Venmo what my purchases, well, who I made purchases to. I don't know. You guys, just because the topic is going off the grid, I'm not hiding from anybody. I'm not. If I was, I wouldn't be doing these videos. Does that sort of make sense in your world? Kind of does in mine too, but who knows? Okay. And then through the years, this gentleman has looked up my family on Ancestry.com. I don't really know why. Like I said, I'm not hiding from anyone, except I told my husband of this, and I said, well, he said, well, he obviously isn't that good if he can see your Venmo purchases and he does not know exactly for the amount. I said, well, he's saying he does not know. But he's saying that they're obviously, my information is too out there. And then he went into something about people who have had debt for over 7 years technically don't owe it anymore. Well, I already know that. I think if he'd been listening, he would have known that one of the gigs I have done through the years was fixing credit. But I would like to know, exactly what the obsession is with my family and things that we are doing. And more importantly, the one thing that he said, I would just believe that he was a professional at exposing vulnerabilities. Oh, he did say that the keywords on my website were not correct, the Off the Grid site. And he did say he was trying to get in there. I did not give him my information to get in there, because there is a person who is a professional at that is going to get in there and fix those things. And because this particular person showed his good credentials, and they are online, I will never get past the fact that this person said that he had this kidnapping fantasy. And yeah, he's probably watching this. And I have done nothing with that information, but I've saved all of the prior. There's emails and there's text both on Facebook and on my regular phone number. I would prefer to do absolutely nothing with them at all. I don't mind playing a prank. I don't mind acting out a scenario if I'm helping somebody else get to where they want to be and make a point, political or whatever, emotional. But I don't quite understand too many steps. You know, had there been only one step, only one thing, looking up my family, and then, but he made a fatal error in that because he didn't recognize the name of my youngest daughter. If you look me up, maybe he's pretending to be more naive than he is. Through the years, he's had suggestions for my son and whose name this house was in. He has done some things, and I have saved all of the receipts. I might be blonde, but it isn't exactly my first rodeo with people that I need to avoid. But because my husband armed with that knowledge yesterday, it made us a rough day between him and I, because then he is thinking he needs to reach out to this other person's family members that we have the receipts on. And I said, no, let's just not even stir the pot yet. He said, what, wait until you freaking disappear? Is that going to be soon enough? Okay, well, he's got a point. But, yeah, I'm not doing anything with it. Anyway, the person has health issues and his wife has health issues. And it appears that much is correct. That much is absolutely not fabricated and made up. But this is what you go against online. But, you know, yesterday, to kind of call me out on that, my husband yelled at some neighborhood kids, you know, saying, hey, you, how old are you? You know, and that scared me, because I thought, what is he going to do? Is he going to scream at these kids for being on our lawn? Nah, there's nothing worse than what's already happened to the lawn. So he asked them if they wanted to mow the lawn this summer. And he said, the point is, these are 14-year-old, 13-year-old kids, the age of people that should be mowing our lawn. And he was referring to last year when there was a grown man mowing the lawn and he only could mow half of it because he was having COPD attacks and saying that he had cancer. Jim's point was 13 and 14-year-old boys are who were paying to mow the lawn, not these grown men. And he was having a lecture with me about curtailing, bringing in stray people, much like I bring in stray cats. And he's got a point. And somebody online forwarded him a printout of a friend of mine that I was trying to help with the business. His criminal history got forwarded to my husband. And I think they think because Jim pretends to be a bit more not comprehending, or he acted like it was no big deal, but he remembered it. For the man who acts like he doesn't acknowledge our neighbors anymore, only waves at their dogs, yeah, he's probably being a bit more observant. And that's a good thing. That I guess it's good that he's watching out for me. And don't get me wrong, our history is not without flaws. It's just that I have enough common sense not to have these weird, twisted fantasies. And how is that going to end well? Pretending that we're kidnappers? Yeah, you think that might draw unnecessary attention? I don't even know who the hell does that. It's in their right mind. Yeah, the more I think about it, hey, you know who you are, and I know you're watching this. Don't push your luck, asshole. Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to be a better person and raise my vibration and not be saying bad words. And I will probably soon delete this video because that's really not how I wanted to start a Monday morning out. God, if it's not living here in Independence, Missouri, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me that if I had another year like the one that I've had, this going off the grid thing, it was supposed to be just a hobby for me. Well, if I all of a sudden disappear, folks, hey, you know I did my research before I did it. No, anyway, I still would like to find some decent friends and some people, and I am in no way thinking that everybody is like who I've met, but I do read enough spirituality to know that I, in some way, materialized these questionable people into my life for some reason. Maybe I thought I needed a challenge. Maybe God thought I needed a challenge. Oh, God, no more, please. No. No more challenges. I really want to enjoy life for a hot second. Okay. Anyway, we'll see how long this video stays up. And thank you so much for tuning in. Still would like to find people to do reaction videos with. And I'm buying new things for that a little bit at a time. And, well, you have a blessed week.